In today's video, I'm gonna show you how I booked my first 10 weddings in only a month in business as a beginner wedding photographer. I'm gonna give you 10 simple steps that are gonna kickstart your wedding business. If I can do it, so can you. So let's jump right into it. The very first thing you're gonna wanna do is to build a strong portfolio. In my point of view, the best way to build a portfolio is by working as a second shooter for a more experienced photographer. Either paid or for free, but make sure you're allowed to use these photos after a period of time. Another great way is by offering free engagement shoots. You can ask your friends, your family, even the couple that you found on Instagram that you've never met before. I'm sure they're gonna love some free engagement shoots, and who knows, they might even end up booking you to shoot the wedding in future. Lastly, another option is to plan a styled shoot. While this isn't a real wedding, it is still a great way to show what you're capable of creating. Not only that, but it also gives you the opportunity to connect with other wedding vendors. And these wedding vendors can refer your work to other clients in future. Once you're allowed to share your portfolio, you're gonna go ahead and start an Instagram and Facebook page. Okay, don't come to me with any excuse. Just do it. Because the sooner you start your Instagram profile, the sooner you get followers. And while followers don't mean that you're gonna be booking clients, it sure does give you more authority online. Make sure to optimize your profile with relevant keywords. So, for example, I'm based on the Gold Coast, so I'm gonna use the Gold Coast wedding photographer. This way, it will be easier for people to find me. I also suggest adding some highlight stories, introducing yourself, talking more about your style, sharing the booking process. Also, remember to add a call to action on your profile. So the main goal here is to get people to inquiry. So you could use inquiry now and add a link to your website. Another thing that is super important is to make sure to post at least 10 photos of your work. Keep in mind that the main goal here is to create a social presence that make you look trustworthy and legit. Moving on, you're gonna wanna start a website. It definitely doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to have multiple pages. Just start with the basic. You can literally create a one-page website that showcases your work, your personality, and also make sure to include a contact form for people to reach out. Next, you're gonna wanna invest some time putting together photography packages and pricing. I have created all my packages on Canva and it's worked so well for me. My suggestion is to create a clear and straightforward PDF that outlines what each package includes. Now, in terms of pricing your work, this is a subject for a different video. But all I've got to tell you is to base your price off your experience and your skill. You're not gonna start by charging a lot, and that's okay. And that actually leads up to your next point, which is to create a great offer. And what I mean by that is that you need to create a great offer that goes above and beyond, even if it means sacrificing a bit of your profit. So, for example, when I started, I included film photography at no extra charge. I provided same-day sneak peek photos. So for that, I started by editing about 10 photos during my dinner break. I also included a second photographer and I covered all travel expenses. The secret here is to have an offer so irresistible that people find it hard to say no. Your offer should make them feel like they're getting the better end of the deal. Almost like they're outsmarting you by saying yes. Okay, so once you have a strong portfolio, a good online presence, your pricing and packages are all set, and you've got a great offer, it's finally time to start running some paid ads. And I know what you might be thinking. You're not ready to start paying for ads. I get it. But hear me out. That's the quickest and easiest way to start showing up in front of your potential clients and start getting leads basically immediately. And this definitely doesn't have to be complicated or extremely pricey to start off. I suggest finding your best and most engaged post on Instagram and simply just boosting it. Remember to add your offer on the description and to add a link to your contact form. And you can start with as little as $5 per day. Trust me, it's gonna pay off. Okay, so once you start getting leads, you're gonna wanna make sure you have an email system in place. Your first email is gonna be your initial contact. In this email, you're gonna attach your packages to it. Make sure you have email templates for the first follow-up, for the second follow-up, for the third follow-up, and so on. I suggest following up until you hear back from them. But remember, there is a fine line between showing up in a friendly way and keeping yourself available and present and being too pushy and too sales. So you really have to pick your words right. Okay, a bonus tip that is actually really important is to request the lead phone number on the contact form. So right after you email them your packages, remember to send a follow-up text message. In this message, you're gonna let them know that you have received the inquiry and that you have emailed them all the details they need. And you're also gonna ask them to check their spam folder because sometimes your email might end up being lost there. Not only that, but it's also a good opportunity to start a direct conversation with this lead. And that also leads us to our next step, which is a consultation call. Right on your first email, on the initial contact, you're gonna wanna ask your client to book a consultation call with you. And you're gonna wanna have this call as soon as possible. This is such a good way to show your potential clients that you're willing to give them your time and your knowledge. Based on my own experience, this is actually a dumb deal because from all the couples that I got to jump on a video call with me, I would say that 90% ended up booking. This call is all about creating that genuine relationship with your potential client. So make sure you listen to them, that you get excited about the wedding plans, and that you answer any of their potential questions. Next up, you're gonna follow up after this call. Yes, you do want to give them some space to think, but at the same time, you don't want to disappear. So if you shoot them a message and thank them for their time, express how amazing it was to connect with them, and also just add a subtle call to action, something like, let me know when you've made a decision or if you have any more questions. Just keep it chill. No pressure, just keep the vibe alive and make sure you stay in the radar. Lastly, you need to consider the wedding booking season. For instance, in Australia, I found out that January, February, and March are the busiest booking season. And that was exactly when I launched my business. Just keep in mind that timing really matters, and if you start your business during a busy booking season, that will give your bookings a significant boost. And if you don't get any leads or any bookings during your quiet season, please do not get discouraged. This happens to the even more experienced wedding photographers, and that's totally normal. And there you have it, 10 simple steps for you to start booking weddings in no time. If you have any other advice that might add up to what I've just shared here today, please leave a comment down below. And if this video helped you in any way, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.